Hello there and welcome to a very special first episode of TSAtv Newsdesk, all about Sony's 2013 PlayStation meeting. Obviously the biggest news of the night is the official announcement of the PlayStation 4, Sony's next generation console. While the console itself is still being kept under wraps, we do know that it has 8GB of GDDR5 memory, an 8-core processor and a state-of-the-art graphics chip. But specs aren't everything, and it's the features that the company has planned for the PS4 that sound the most intriguing. The console will constantly keep track of the last 15 minutes of gameplay, and a quick press of the DualShock 4's new share button will enable you to upload clips of that gameplay or screenshots to sites like Facebook and even live stream what you're playing as you go. You can also spectate on what other PS4 users are playing, communicate with them and even take over should they get to a particularly tough spot. As well as being able to play almost any PS4 game over remote play on Vita, and using second screens like the Vita, phones and tablets for Wii U-like map and other functions, Sony seems to be really pushing for immediate gameplay. The company claims that over time the system will grow used to your tastes to such an extent that it will have already downloaded a game before you push the buy button. To the same end, the PS4 will support instant game suspend and resume like the Vita, and you can even start playing games as they start downloading, rather than having to wait for them to finish, useful for those hefty full retail plus downloads. A new console is nothing without games of course, but luckily there's some of those too. There's Killzone Shadowfall from Guerrilla Games, which takes place more than 20 years after the end of Killzone 3, when the Vectans and Helghast are living side by side, separated only by a giant wall. Evolution Studios showed off Drive Club, the racing game that they've apparently been wanting to make for many years. It's designed to be raced by groups of players at a time, and Sucker Punch teased infamous Second Son, which seems to be a kind of spiritual successor to the first two games, bringing with it a dystopian Seattle and whole groups of people with superpowers. There were also technical demos from Quantic Dream's David Cage and Media Molecule's Mark Healy, as well as a new showing of Square Enix's Agni's Philosophy demo. Capcom showed off a new fantasy title with the working title of Deep Down. Ubisoft confirmed that Watch Dogs would be coming to PS4, and Bungie announced that as well as both being available at the game's launch, the PS3 and PS4 versions of Destiny would come with exclusive content. In addition, Braid creator Jonathan Blow's The Witness will be a console exclusive to PS4 at launch. Oh, and there's confirmation that as part of a new strategic partnership, World of Warcraft developer Blizzard will be working with Sony, with the first fruits of that partnership being PS3 and PS4 versions with couch co-op of Diablo 3. It's unclear how much of this will be available at launch, particularly with regards to the console's operating system features, but Sony says to expect updates on PS4 including its games and features between now and the planned Holiday 2013 launch. For more on all of these stories and more, please head over to TheSixthAxis.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook to get all the latest news delivered straight to you.